Вітаю всіх, хто приєднався до нашого ефіру. Тема нашого ефіру – основи зростання бізнесу, маркетинг, фінанси та стратегія, експертні поради. Сьогодні ми обговоримо ряд цікавих тем з крутими фахівцями, справжніми експертами. Щоб усі могли максимально зрозуміти, ми будемо представляти наших учасників і в англійській, і в українській версії. Вмикайте субтитри, щоб не пропустити жодної важливої деталі. Hello everyone, welcome to our broadcast. My name is Tatiana Bilak and I will be your moderator. Today we will talk about marketing, finance and strategy in business. You will receive a range of expert advice and most importantly, under our video you will find the contact information of all experts if you are interested in their services. For better understanding, I will introduce your speakers in both English and Ukraine. Be sure to enable subtitles to catch every important detail. Before we start, I just want to say that my English might not be perfect, so I hope you can overlook any small mistake. I'm excited to be here and to bring together this fantastic group of experts with all of you. І так, почнемо з Вікторії. Вікторія є засновницею агентства Level Up, сучасної маркетингової компанії, яка сприяє розвитку бізнесів, застосовуючи креативні стратегії, засновані на аналізі даних. Їх агентство орієнтується на розробку ефективних кампаній і рішень, що відповідають індивідуальним потребам кожного клієнта. So, Victoria is the founder of Level Up, a modern marketing agency that helps businesses grow by using smart, data-based strategy. They focus on building effective campaigns and solutions that meet each client's unique needs. Брайан є співзасновником консалтингової компанії Olsen Handa та засновником Linking Europe, компанії, що спеціалізується на підготовці бізнесів для залучення інвесторів. Його компанія допомагає клієнтам створювати чіткі та ефективні бізнес-плани, фінансові моделі та презентації для інвесторів. Використовуючи покроковий процес, Брайан забезпечує готовність бізнесів до отримання банківського фінансування, грантів чи венчурних інвестицій. Його рекомендації включають досконалення бізнес-стратегій, розробку фінансових прогнозів, підготовку до зустрічей з інвесторами, допомогу в ефективній комунікації та залученні глобальних партнерів і талантів. Brian is the founding partner of the consulting firm Olsen Handa and founder of Linking Europe, a company specialized in preparing businesses to attract investors. His company helps clients create clear and strong business plans, financial model, and investor presentation. Using a step-by-step process, Brian makes sure businesses are ready to receive bank financing, grants, or venture capital investment. His guide includes how to refine business strategy, develop financial production, prepare for investor meetings, help companies communicate effectively, and attract global partners and talent. Майк є співзасновником консалтингової компанії Olsen Handa та власник C-Level English, де він допомагає власникам бізнесу та керівним командам покращувати стратегічну бізнес-комунікацію для створення нових можливостей у розвитку бізнесу та наборі персоналу, а також для більш ефективного управління людьми та проектами. So, Mike is the founding partner of the consulting firm Olsen Handa and owner of C-Level English, where he helps business owners and management teams improve strategy business communication to create new business development and recruitment opportunities, as well as more effective people and project management. So guys, let's move on to the speaker for today's meeting. Only they are best placed to present their services. Now let's hear from Brian. So Brian, over to you. Please share presentation for us.
Okay, we will start Olsen Handa, and actually Mike will probably speak first. So yes. Mike, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Handa and this is my business partner Brian Olsen. And together we're Olsen Handa, a business consulting firm specializing in business plan writing, financial forecasting, and we offer help to our clients to raise investment. Brian is from corporate banking. He was working at Raiffeisen and ING as multinational clients manager, and I myself am a business strategist and a communications specialist. I'm also an ICF certified coach. Now, how our service is different is that rather than us coming into your business telling you what you need to do and how you need to do it, we actually listen to you and analyze your business and help you to structure it in a way that is attractive for potential investors or financiers generally. We can help you get bank financing, grants, or any kind of institutional financing. We can help you enroll in business incubators or meet with angel investors, venture capitals, or private equity. Over to Brian.
Okay, so what we do is we are basically trying to support you in making a business plan where we will document the processes of reaching your goals. So by doing this, we are basically discussing with you and setting up your operational strategy, your market position, analyzing your status and where you want to go, your goals, and all that we will translate into numbers. So when we know what you want to do, we know your cost, we know your market, we know your sales and your prices. So we actually make a comprehensive financial model that goes into details on all the inputs. Then from a business plan, we will create what we call a pitch deck. So that's a kind of presentation to investors and or to banks about what you are seeking. And then we also support you in preparing for meetings with banks or with investors. So we might even participate in the meetings to help on the details on the business plan and the model. So when we do this, we have it in 4 phases. Where we are trying to make first in phase 1 a status report. Where are you in your business? Where are you in your plans? And whereby we kind of trying to discover what you have done, where you are, and where you're missing things. So in that analysis helps creating the foundation of the next step, which is to move into phase 2, where we in details outline your strategies and let's call it a process, how to get from A to B. The individual steps, we potentially a plan to teach your employees what to do, potentially a plan how to improve your sales, marketing sales, potentially a plan what investments to make in assets, potentially a plan how to further develop your products. And then we move to stage 3, where we put it all together in a comprehensive business plan with a financial model which again will be extracted into the pitch deck. And again, as I mentioned before, the phase 4 is coaching and mentoring if the client so wishes. And so when we're going through all these phases, it will be a larger business plan, which is mostly for internal users, and extract from that as a pitch for investor banks, and a separate document outlining each steps you need to take in your business. And when you're basically ready to talk to investors or banks, or in fact, some clients just use this kind of things for internal use, to have a guiding document 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 months down the road to go back to say, hey, what was it I need to do? Because honestly, most plans, people end up being a little bit behind. So it's good to go back and say, okay, it doesn't matter I'm behind, but I have to follow the steps. So hopefully all these documents give you a good foundation for a financial plan where we will also stress test the inputs to see what happens if your costs go up a bit, what happens if your sales price go up or go down, or if your costs go up. So we are basically, the financial plan is made based on a lot of assumptions, so we can easily change it. It's not like you just put in 10,000 crowns or somewhere, but you actually insert assumptions, so you can easily change and thereby stress test how solid it is. So that also can give a lot of credibility to investors. And then also what's coming out is certain financial ratio figures, which investors and banks sometimes have interest in. So when we are talking to our clients, we have a lot of coaching going on, particularly with Mike is a certified coach. And we have a lot of one-on-one, trying to find out what is it try to get your inner wishes, your inner ambitions out of you and implement it into your overall plan. So you are not only getting financially strong, but you're also a little bit following your soul, your individual thinking about your business. So thereby we are hoping to have, end of the day, a business plan that is not only financially solid, but also is a kind of having an overall narrative that support your business in going forward. So you have a soul behind it. So basically, I think I mentioned before, but from that we actually will have a pitch deck ready or a kind of presentation to banks and our investors, which would be a compelling way of basically selling your business, because you're not really selling, but you somehow are trying to sell your business. You might be good in selling your products, but you might not really know how to sell your own business because it's a different kind of thing which nobody most likely have done before. So that was the part of Olsen Handa, and now we would like to talk a little bit about the business English coaching, which Mike will do.
Thank you, Brian, for the nice presentation. I would like to add one more thing before we move on to the pitch deck specifically, that the advantage of having the pitch deck is really to learn how to communicate with potential investors and present the things that they are interested about. So, of course, everybody knows their own business and they're passionate about it. Most of the time, they like to talk about it. But when you talk to investors, investors are specifically curious about key facts and metrics. So we help our clients to present to investors in the language of the investors and align with their specific interests. And this ties in with our other service, the English coaching services, where we developed a framework to help clients improve their English rapidly using our business plan writing and cash flow forecasting services. So the subjects are not related to the textbooks. It's not a standard textbook English, but we use real life scenarios from business development, from business planning, to improve their communication skills so they can effectively talk about their business, and that can help them to build better teams as well, because they are able to communicate their vision internally and externally. So this enables them to recruit global talent, build international teams, and all of this is based on neuroscience. We use NLP and coaching from Ericsson who was the founder of hypnotherapy as well. And we have a third person helping us with this, who's actually a Cambridge English certified coach. So he's helping us to get the English certifications, should anybody need that as well. So fundamentally, it's more for the business development, internal, external. But if somebody wants to take an English language exam, that's also possible with us. Now, I would like to present a case study that we helped a Ukrainian business owner expand to the Czech Republic. He was a B2B supplier of natural stones, and he wanted to expand into retail trading, so sort of selling B2B to C in the Czech Republic. And he was mainly trading. He was a wholesale trader before. So he needed a business and a financial plan to open a warehouse and a showroom in the Czech Republic specifically. And we helped him to create this business plan and to raise financing for the machinery that was required for the manipulation of these natural stones, and also to kit out his showroom. And now he's got an up and running, thriving business thanks to successfully obtaining funding. Actually, it was bank financing in his specific case. As we told you, we offer customized solution. There is no one size fits all. We don't follow a specific template per se. We go into discovery with the client, and we help to guide them to present to investors and financiers in a specific way that is aligned with their interests. So we'd like to be a partner in your journey as well if you wish to expand abroad potentially, or if you want to grow your business, if you're looking to obtain financing, whether you're in manufacturing, production, or in tech. I myself had a tech startup, so we're very happy to support software companies as well. And yeah, let's begin our journey. You can reach us at olsenhanda.com, and we welcome any questions you might have.
Yes, I have a few questions. So first, Brian, for you. Thank you, guys. It's amazing presentation. So let's move on to a few questions. So Brian, what is the most surprising things that businesses overlook when preparing to take on funding from investors?
Yeah, I think that what surprises me the most often is that young companies or inventors think that the great idea is enough. And it is not. Great idea and a great invention is not enough. It doesn't sell by itself. So what we really need to do is we need to detailed plan back with financials to show the outcome, what's the outcome of a great idea or the invention. And that somehow often surprises a lot of companies, that they think this great idea, everybody can just see the logic, but often they cannot. And actually, sometimes people get even surprised when they put numbers together, they realize, okay, the idea might not have been so great anyway. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Another questions. How to set up a pitch desk to attract different types of investors, for example, venture capital and angel investors?
Yeah, I will say that the type of investors are different depending on what stage the company is in. For example, an angel investor is typical for a struggling business, and one kind of the other. That's the reason it's called angel, because it's a saving angel coming to you. And a startup company is typically a seed investor or incubator. So often, but some of them actually overlap. But so it depends on the company. It depends also sometimes the industry. what we are in. So it's basically different. But I can, generally speaking, tell you what to be in a pitch deck, which is generic, which will cover most businesses. If we talk about investor, now we're not talking about banking. Now we talk about investor. So basically, you should have an idea, what problem are you solving? Why are you special? Yeah. So what makes you, what is you want to solve in the world? Why people should invest in you compared to already existing businesses? And when you should tell about what is your solution. And when I will do this very short, obviously there's a lot of things around it. When you should say about what is the market opportunity, what is the size of the market? Is it very unique small market, or is it actually a sizable market? And who are your customers, and what's the growth of the market, expected growth? Yeah, some markets have already saturated. It's very different. Others are going up, like AI right now is booming, right? So, okay, then you should a little bit say about what is your business model? How do you plan to earn money? Is it selling a software? Is it a subscription? Is it just buying and selling? You buy for 10, you sell for 20. Who knows? So what is your actual business model? How do you plan to earn your money? And when you should talk about what's your current status of your company, your product, your idea. So where are you in a stage of developing? When you should have a view on your main competitors, and that's both direct or indirect competitors, because sometimes certain people don't understand also indirect competitors. Like if you are selling, if you're kind of a fast food restaurant, is it only McDonald's, or it could also be a local bakery? I mean, there are many different competitors because you are fighting for the same money, disposable income. So then you should have a view on how do you plan to sell and market your products. What's the strategy? It doesn't sell by itself. A lot of people underestimate. If you are more like a product kind of inventor or a small company, you think your product will sell by itself. Everybody just hear about it overnight and everybody rush to buy. Rarely not. Then you should have a team together. A lot of people think that the team will come by itself. Investors don't invest into a company who doesn't have a team, because you need people to execute the whole strategy. If he put in his money, he doesn't want to be burned over 3, 4, 5 months before the team is together. Because when most of the money are spent before you actually get up running, you already have office rent, you have certain people hired but not enough, etc. So it's important to have a team together. Also because investors normally don't invest into ideas and products alone. They invest into the guys behind it, the people, the team behind. So you need to show some faces, some CVs. It can be one doesn't end up having time for it when the money are there, but you should have an idea about the team. Of course, you need to have certain financials. You need to attract them by getting a reliable, good return, because most investments fail. So the one who will actually succeed needs to give a nice return. If you're talking about professional investors, not with family and friends. And so it's a long list. And then you should have a view on how much money you ask for. I mean, what are you asking for? Not like just any amount, but how much money you need and why. So that means, what are you using the money for? It should match more or less with a little buffer. And then you should have a view on your valuation. So how much are you willing to give away? And I think that's about it. Of course, each pitch deck have a little opening and little closing remarks, which is very personal, depending on business and personality. So then I think it's also important to be yourself, to be authentic. When you're standing in front of investors, they want to hear you, they want to feel you. They don't want to feel you're just saying things you don't really are having your soul behind. And this a little bit boils back to what we talked about earlier, that we were mentoring you and make sure you have your heart behind it as well. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Another question. Can you share a story when your advice helped a client success in front of investor? Maybe some interesting story.
Last year we had a client who is in he has a factory, a chocolate factory, and we actually went through all the steps we talked about earlier to build a business plan with financial model. His situation was that he had to convince his already existing investor to put in more money without being diluted too much. And that is a very difficult investor, kind of business partner. But by showing the seriousness of building a whole complete plan, which in fact he didn't 100% agree to, but to have a plan with the financial numbers, he did convince him to put in almost €1 million for 1 year to further accelerate the overall plan of the company. So we were even present in the initial meeting and was helping presenting the overall plan, so he could be a little bit independent in the setup. And I believe that with our help, he was successful.
Thank you very much. So, how do you use financial modeling to make a client's business more attractive to banks and private investors?
I will say like this, without financial modeling, you're not attractive at all. Because as I mentioned earlier, any investor or bank wants to see how do we get repaid? What is it in it for me? So you want to see the result of your plans, your ideas. So without it, you're not attractive at all. So that's one part. The second part is the more reliable that financial modeling looks, the more convincing is your own arguments towards repayment. So it's very instrumental. It's very instrumental in the whole process, because when we build financial models, we build it with a lot of details. So if an investor will ask or a bank will ask, but what happens if your sales price on this product is 10% lower because of something happening or cost going up? He can in fact very fast get the model. He can see all the assumptions, go in and change it. It's easy to manipulate up and down for the most part. So that means you can see, okay, what happens if you do this and this and that. So that means you can also see that we expect so many employees, so many offices, so many computers, so many telephones, what's the monthly bill, how many exhibitions, are we going to, how much we will spend on marketing and sales. This is actually quite detailed. It takes quite a long time to build. So therefore, by having that, it gives a lot of credibility to investors and banks, because actually they're also number people. So they like to see that they have been thought about all these details and not just like monthly travel is 200,000 in that month. And where's that coming from? What's behind the 200,000? It's a 50,000 for a plane back and forth for 4 people. It is so much and so much, and it's 100,000 for exhibition or something. So it shows that there are credibility, because this numbers builds back to the business plan, where it says that in June and in September we have exhibitions in Rome and in Munich and so on. So it links the things up from what is in the plan down to numbers. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. So, and last my questions for you. What are the common mistakes entrepreneurs make in meeting with investors, and how can they be avoided?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, what surprised me is that some people think the product invention is selling itself. So that's one thing. A second mistake is not being able to answer questions. You don't need to have necessarily answer to all questions, because it can be so detailed that you can say, I'll come back to you. but most questions should be able to answer when people who are part of a meeting. We should not be only one guy, but preferable most of the team. A third thing is people are not prepared enough for the meeting. It's a little bit linked together. We're not prepared enough to know the presentation, to know the answers to questions, most normal questions, and or knowing what, I mean, the actual presentation can be very bad. So it's not structured or too much information on each slide, or often people are over-informed. They inform too much. This kind of meeting has to be short and precise, and so that's a big mistake. Inform too much because you're so enthusiastic about your company. It comes later. If they are interested, they'll come back, and there'll be analysts sending a long list of detailed questions. It's coming later, not in that initial meeting.
Could I add one more thing?
Yes.
So this is a great point by Brian. So actually the pitch deck is a very concise piece of information, and based on that is designed to evoke interest in your business. And if they are interested, that's when you need the financial plan and the business plan ready so that you can show them the bigger detailed document. Right, so that's how the two ties together. So the first is just to capture the attention of the investors. The second is to provide all the underlying information, both the story, how you're going to do it, the actual plan, and the financial strategy, which is how your business becomes quantifiable to investors so they can do the financial analysis on their side, whether it's worth it for them or not.
And the last thing I will say is that many startup companies who need an investor has an unrealistic view on the value of the company. We want to have perhaps an investor of €500,000, but we only give him 5%. So it's not interesting for him. So we need to have a realistic view on the value of a company, which again can a little bit boil back to the financial model, where you can actually make certain kind of valuation estimates. It's maybe vague, but you can do it somehow. At least you have some arguments why you are here. And they need to also have a view on how much am I willing to give away of my company. You negotiate, but you should, between our client and us, we will try to set an lower upper limit, yeah? Realistic, how much you want to give away from your company for this kind of money you want to ask for. So having no view on the value of your company compared to what you want to give away of the company, percentage ownership, is important as well. So
Okay.
that's what I have.
I know, it's a big topic. We have a small time now, I know. So one question is about Michael. Mike, you help business improve strategy communication. Could you share a specific example of how effective communication has helped a company unlock new opportunities or overcome challenges?
Oh, thank you for that question. I actually supported a company who specializes in recruitment for the German market to expand into other English-speaking markets, including Sweden, Norway, and the Netherlands. So they have built a substantial portfolio of customers in Germany, but they kind of reached their limit on the market. And by training the owner of the company how to present his services better and how to build a team, an English-speaking team, he was able to go outside the borders of Germany and start building a business. So currently he's already operating in the Netherlands, and they started acquiring clients in Norway also.
Very interesting. Thank you very much, guys. So now let's move on to Victoria. Victoria, please, over to you. Share your presentation.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Victoria. I'm a sole owner of digital agency Level Up. Also, I have a partner, but he don't speak English and don't understand. That's why I'm alone today. About our agency, we have 200 successful cases, $1,500,000 invested advertising budget, and 83% of our clients continue to work with us for 3 months and more. As me, I'm a marketer. I'm a head of paid advertising department in our agency. I have 7 years experience as a marketer, and I managed over 150 projects. Also, $70,000 my maximum budget that I invested per month on one project. And my clients include Vysotsky Consulting, Ukrainian School of Investment, Big Money, and so on. What problem we can solve? It's expensive applications. It's one of the most common problem with we are called in with. Also, business packaging includes social media strategy, sites, and so on, and channel selection and advertising. Why choose us? I would like to give you an example of our successful case. And it is a car rental center in Dubai. And a client approaches us with the problem of low return on investment from Google Ads. And only in the first months we managed over 70 search campaigns, and we reached next result. We reduce conversion cost from $40 to $27, increase ROAS from 540% to 1,386%, raised average order value from $200 to $400, and increase monthly budget from $23,000 to $95,000. And we continue to work with this company for over 6 months now, and have good results. And our services include integrated marketing, PPC, targeting, SEO, SMM, local business promotion, website development, sales audit, and design. We work all over the world. We have clients from USA, from Dubai, from Czech Republic, and other countries. And we work with B2B services, online products, and e-com products. That is all.
Thank
Our service is simply because we have individual channel and we integrated it in businesses for our clients.
Okay, I see your agency has realized more than 20 successful projects. How do you decide which approach will be most effective for each business?
To find the best approach for each business, we start by closely analyzing the client market, product, and target audience. We set clear goals, create a strategy, and test it as we go. This helps us stay flexible, adapt to any changes, and get the best result by using the tools that work best for each business. The marketing strategy should be one that can be changed at any time, because the market is changing fast, and the world is changing. Every year we notice how people buy goods and services in different ways, and we have to adapt to that in terms of marketing. That's why we study all new technologies and try to implement them in businesses of our clients.
Thank you. What marketing strategy are currently the most successful in attractive new customer?
The most successful marketing strategy today combine digital content marketing, targeted advertising, and personalization. Content marketing as articles, videos, blogs, and so on help build brand trust, and while targeted ads on social media or search engines provides quick audience reach. Personalization, which takes user interests and behavior into account, boosts communication effectiveness and conversion by making each customer integration more relevant and appealing. And also user general content is also widely used now because the customer has more trust in such content.
Okay. How do you help business grow in the face of constant market changes?
We help businesses scale in a constantly changing marketing by using adaptive strategies and regular analysis. First, we assess the business readiness for growth, identify key opportunities, and choose the most effective channels. Next, we implement monitoring and analytics system to quick respond to market changes and adjust strategies in real time.
And what are the main mistakes companies make when planning marketing company, and how to avoid them?
The main mistakes companies make when planning marketing campaigns include not fully understanding their target audience, lacking clear and measurable goals, and ignoring results analysis. Campaigns often launch without a deep understanding of customer needs, and which lowers their effectiveness. Vague goals make it hard to measure success, and the lack of analysis leads to repeating the same mistake by these companies. To avoid this issue, companies should clearly define their audience, set specific success metrics, and regularly analyze result.
Okay, understand. And last questions, Victoria. How does your team analyze campaign success, and what criteria do you use?
Our team measures campaigns success using KPIs that align with the project goals. Key criteria can include audience reach, lead generation, conversion rate, ROI, and user engagement. That's why we also assess the quality of customer interaction and their loyalty. We regularly evaluating their metrics. We can judge strategy and to issue the company's maximum effectiveness.
Okay, thank you very much. So today we have good meetings, Guy. I hope today's meeting was informative and that each person in the audience find something of value. So you can find the contact information for our speakers below this video. Again, today with us was Michael, Brian, and Victoria. So thank you for joining us, and I hope in future we have a lot of clients and good cooperation. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Bye bye. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.